Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steve, and today we're going over my complete watch collection. This is going to include my main watch collection and my extended collection into one mega video. Now, if you recall in last year's video, I made a vow to cut down my watch collection significantly. So let's take a look at the watches that I have left my collection. That's rough to look at. It really hurts sometimes looking at the watches that have left my collection because I really enjoyed them. We don't drink coffee on this channel. We drink bourbon. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It really does help the channel. All right, let's go ahead and get into my main watch collection here. And we'll start off with my latest addition. And this is my Urban Gentry X Long Island watch, the Rangemaster 2. This watch gets so much hate. I think I've gotten more hate on this review than any other review I've done. It's insane. People hate this watch. People love this watch. I think the case design is really cool. It's angular. It's skeletonized. The dial is nice. It comes with a GMT function. What is there to hate? I don't want every one of my watches to look the same. I want something that has a different case, a different dial layout, different hands, different bracelet. And this watch delivers on all of that. So I'm really glad I made that purchase. I'm really surprised that so many people despise that watch. I think it's one of the coolest watches. And it reminds me of this watch. This is my Metal Gear Solid 5 watch. Now, I made a vow that this watch would never leave my collection, and I'm sticking to that vow for now. This watch I rarely wear. I probably only wore it once or twice all of last year. And so while I love the watch, I really do love it, and it has a special place in my heart. I've had it for like 10 years now. I want to wear it more. I don't have the opportunities to wear it more, so it's kind of on the verge of being added to my extended collection and not part of my main collection. Maybe next year I will have it part of my extended collection into one of my Hall of Fame watches. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. And another watch that really is a big, chunky watch that I love is my Llanos Mechanicos. Now, this is a micro brand that I connect with on such a deep level. It is a Greek micro brand. It is something that I look for in a micro brand, something that offers more than just a spec monster when it comes to giving you a watch. I'm not necessarily big on value when it comes to a micro brand. I really don't care about getting a spec heavy watch for a small price. I'm willing to pay a premium for a watch and a watch company that I connect with, and the Mechanicos is that watch. I really do enjoy this watch, and I don't wear it all that often, but when I do, I really feel a strong connection. All right, next watch up is my Breitling B1. This is the chronometer grade Breitling B1. I love this watch and hate this watch all in the same time. There are so many things to like about this watch, but there are a few quirks about this watch that I really can't get past, the bracelet being the biggest issue for me. It's definitely a dated bracelet from the design aspect all the way down to the functionality aspect, so I might be putting this on the rubber strap or getting rid of the B1 entirely. But with that being said, I do like the way this watch looks. The anti-digi display is beautiful. I like the blue dial and the slide rule bezel functionality. It's a very well-built built watch from a prestigious brand such as Breitling. The next watch is going to be one of the biggest surprises in my watch collection, my Tudor Royal. Now this watch I bought on a whim on eBay. I didn't know if I wanted a two-tone watch or even could pull it off, but something clicked in my old man brain when I saw that watch on eBay. It was a great price. It was basically the same price as the blue dial stainless steel version, only this one comes with a solid gold bezel, so I figured I might as well pull the trigger on this watch and see if I'm actually going to enjoy it. All right, my next watch is going to be my Seamaster Professional 300. What can I say about this watch that I haven't said 1,000 times? Nearly everything about this watch I love, from the ceramic dial to the indices. The skeleton hands have grown on me. That helium escape valve just gives it the perfect silhouette, the lyre lugs, and now it comes on this mesh bracelet. And I know Omega is releasing a new dateless version of the Seamaster, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Hopefully my friends over at Martin Binder, wink wink, nudge nudge, can give me an opportunity to review that watch and do a little bit of a comparison between the new dateless version and the standard Omega Seamaster Professional 300. I think it would be a good comparison to see the ceramic dial versus the aluminum dial, ceramic bezel versus aluminum bezel, both on the mesh bracelet. I'm going to have to work my magic with Martin Binder on that one. And the last watch that's part of my main watch collection, and this is what I sold all of those watches last year for, is my Christopher Ward Belcanto. This is my dress watch, if you couldn't tell from the alligator strap. This thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. TGV just did a video where he bought his Grail watch, which is a Breguet Tradition. I would love to add a Tradition 7097 to my collection, and that's the main reason I bought the Belcanto, is because it closely resembled that watch, except for at a much lesser price point. So hopefully I'm able to get the Breguet one day in my collection, but maybe not. My mind might change. You know, that's the beauty of this watch collection. If I go back a few years and I look at my first ever state of the collection versus now, I've come such a long way. And I think we all have over the years. And hopefully one day I can cut down my collection to just one watch. That's my goal, is just to get down to one watch in my collection and wear that watch every single day, all day. And whenever anyone thinks about me, they think about me wearing that watch. Whenever someone photographs me, they photograph me with that watch. That is my goal. But until that point, I'm going to be learning about watches, learning about different brands, and understanding what I want in my watch. So I'm just going to enjoy the journey, buy watches, sell watches, look at watches, talk about watches, until I get to that point in life where I will eventually just have my watch. So you might be thinking to yourself, what is included in the extended collection? Well, these are going to be watches that are in my Hall of Fame, watches that I don't necessarily wear, watches that I forgot I even owned, watches that I don't consider to be part of my rotation. Some of these watches have sentimental value to me. Some of these watches are worthless. Some of these watches I forgot I even owned. So let's start off with one of my more sentimental watches. And this is going to be my Movado Circa. Now, this watch is the watch I was married in. It is a quartz chronograph, and yeah, I like the layout. I think it's really nice. And yeah, I got married in it. Gift from my in-laws. So next watch is going to be a vintage watch. Steve has a vintage watch? What? I can't even get this off the pillow. It is a Raqueta. Vintage from like the 50s, 60s, something like that. Yeah, just a cool little Russian. Listen to that whining. Just a cool little Russian watch. Oh my God, it's so small. That's what she said. So I don't even know if this watch is authentic, if it's a Frankenstein, anything. I have no clue about that watch. It was my first vintage watch I bought. I think it was $50. I decided to pull the trigger, and yeah, that's basically it. I've had it back there in my watch box every single video. Next watch here. This isn't even my watch. This is Luke's watch. It's a Seiko chronograph. This is actually a Giugiaro watch. Yeah, I don't even know what reference this is. It's a limited edition, though, out of 1,000. So that's pretty cool. Little offset chronograph. Actually, does this work still? No, I got to put a battery in it. Yeah, so see, some of these watches aren't even mine. This one is definitely mine, though. This is a watch that I bought way back in the day. This watch doesn't run at all, but it's my Fossil watch. Dive-inspired Fossil. Does it have AR coding? Check that out. Wow. My Fossil blue, 100-meter diver. I used to buy Fossil watches all the time. It's actually one of the watches that got me into watch collecting. Next, let's see what we got here. Oh, here's one of my first watches. This is my Citizen Skyhawk AT. This watch I wore all of the time. I wore this watch daily for like a decade. It was one of my favorite watches in my collection. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this watch. It's not worth anything, but I definitely would not get rid of it at all. Just because it has so much sentimental value to me. I've made so many memories in that watch. I have pictures of me in that watch from all over the world. It's a great watch. If you travel a lot, you can't go wrong with the Citizen Skyhawk. Next watch is going to be my G-Shock 5610 with the bull bars right there. I used to wear this all the time for work, and I don't do it anymore because my job requires me to track my steps, which is the reason I have this watch. It's a Fitbit. Yeah, I know. Don't kill me in the comments. Fitbit Versa 4, something like that. I have no clue what that is. Next watch is going to be a watch I actually did a video for on the channel. It's a DIY watch. The dial itself is a smoked piece of sapphire. So pretty cool. I did a video on it. It's all right. It's not bad. I don't think I've ever worn it. I'm actually putting it face down, crystal side down right now. All right, and my next watch. And this one I got a lot of hate for because I said Vegeta was on the watch, and I show the dial and Goku's on the dial. Yeah, I know that's Goku. I know that's Goku in the scanner, but Vegeta is on the back side of the watch. So, he's on the back. This is my Vegeta swatch. This is the first swatch I've ever bought. And yeah, it's simple. It's fun. This is the only swatch and Dragon Ball Z watch that is sold out, I believe, because people love Vegeta. And if you don't love Vegeta, there's something wrong with you. All right, the next watch is, check this out. The DW290. This is a bad boy. This is what I call the Doom Guy watch because it looks like Doom Guy. G-Shock alternative, maybe not as durable, but still really cool looking. I should wear this more, shouldn't I? That looks good. I really should wear this more. What else do I have here? Oh, here we go. How could I forget about this? This is the Base FD1. So this is the micro brand that I started with a couple of friends. This is the prototype, or one of the prototypes that we have. I love this thing. This thing, I have so many memories just designing this watch, getting it fabricated, getting it in, examining it. It was a really cool experience. We started a Kickstarter, didn't quite launch, sadly. All right, what else do we have? Ooh. Tweety Bird and Sylvester, anyone? So this watch is actually the first watch I ever owned. Not this specific one. I actually bought this one from eBay, but this watch was the first watch I was gifted when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old. The only difference is that it had a different strap, but I love this watch. It's one of the main reasons I actually started watch collecting. I remember getting this watch, putting it on my wrist and like grabbing for stuff, just so I can see it on my wrist. I thought it was the coolest thing. But there's one watch that means more to me, and it's this one. This is my dad's Omega Seamaster. Now, I stole this from him just so I can do a video on it. But whenever I would see him wear this, it was always on a special occasion, maybe a wedding, baptism, things like that. Every other time he wore just a standard Seiko, Casio, Timex, whatever it was. And this watch is when he got dressed up, when he got out of his work clothes and he put on a suit and he slicked back his hair. I thought my dad was the coolest growing up. Gold watch, gold bracelet, gold ring. Now he's an old man and I can beat him up finally. But yeah, growing up, I thought he was so cool when he would wear his gold Seamaster. And I always wanted to look at it. I always would ask my mom, hey, where's Dad's watch? Where's Dad's watch? And I don't know if she thought I was going to sell it or something, but she would always hide it from me. And one time, as I was looking for it, I found a pair of brass knuckles. It just fit my dad so well because in my mind, growing up, my dad was this hardened man. And he is a hard man, but he was this hardened man that just would beat the crap out of anyone. And then I saw these brass knuckles. And so when I would see him with his gold chains, gold ring, gold watch, and I could picture him with these brass knuckles, I just thought mafia. I mean, maybe he was a mafia guy. I don't know. Greek mafia? Possibly. Possibly. I wouldn't want to mess with him. I don't want to mess with him now. I joke that I can say I could beat him up, but probably not. He would probably destroy me. All right, guys, that is my entire collection from my main watch collection to my extended collection. So if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It really does help the channel. And if you're still here, go ahead and watch my Omega Speedmaster Apollo 8 review. That is a watch that I want to add to my collection. Go ahead. Click right there, Apollo 8 Speedmaster. It's nice. Right there. Click it. Yep, that's the one. See ya.